Hello, all of our fellow audience, to the Single Eight Show Half Hour Power Hour. Your name is...
My name is Linda Elzebah. Your name is...
The Single Eight.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are podcasting after quite possibly the greatest touring Broadway experience that I've ever had.
Yes. And it went to a good cause, too.
And it went to a really good cause. So, Single H, do you want to share with a few listeners, sup?
Yeah. So, we went to go see the touring production in our local city theater. And we came on a SAG-AFTRA night. And if you don't know what SAG-AFTRA is, they are the company that helped through the writer strike,
displaced writers and backstage people from the fires.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they are essentially a foundation that donates for actors when work cannot happen for them to still have a living and have a place to live.
Yes. So say that again so that I can say it, because we really want to get some of you listeners to go to their website and donate.
SAG-AFTRA. We will also have a link.
We'll put a picture up and a link in the podcast.
Okay, I can't say it correctly.
Yeah.
There's too many sounds that I can't fully say.
All right, but let's start off piece by piece. We did have a magnificent night at watching Wicked. And I have to ask you a question. I'm so confused.
Yes.
I went to go see Wicked in the theaters.
Yes.
But there was so much in this play that they didn't put in the movie, and it's like half of the play wasn't in it, and it was the best half that they didn't put in the movie. Why didn't they put the whole play in the movie?
Because they're gonna put that in Wicked for good. They're gonna make you sit through it.
Is that what the second movie's gonna be called? Wicked for Good?
Yes.
That is awesome. I knew that. I've been making that joke all night. The first movie was the first half, and the second is the second half.
Yeah.
But my God, it was amazing.
Yes, and there's one scene in Act 2. If you know it, you know it. In my favorite scene in the full show.
We're gonna go ahead and say spoilers, but this play has been out for 20 years.
So there's one scene when Glinda and Elphaba get into a cat fight.
Yeah.
And that is my favorite scene.
That was so funny.
In the whole show, because it never failed to make me laugh.
Yeah. Have you seen a slide tutorial of Wicked?
Yes.
Okay.
They're expectantly, unexpectedly very easy to come across.
Yes. But it was so amazing. And the singing was amazing. And optically, it was just amazing.
That show seemed to work with our theater so much. And I was afraid. Cause our theater, if you've seen other shows there,
we haven't had good views sometimes.
You can kind of see if there's a trap door.
Yeah.
I was afraid.
Huge spoilers.
Yeah.
And we're not going to say anything more than this.
Yeah.
A trap door becomes highly crucial in this play.
Yeah.
And I did not know it was there.
And I was afraid because I did not know there was a trap door in our theater.
Yeah.
Especially because I know they changed the touring for Beetlejuice to make sure that they didn't have to deal with theater not having trapdoors.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that trapdoor would play specifically for Wicked.
Yeah, it's true.
And I'm like, Wicked had been around to the theater enough that the theater made a trapdoor for the show.
Yeah.
For it to work.
Well, it was phenomenal. The Glinda, the Elphaba.
We had, I'm pretty
sure.
It was
amazing.
We had, our Elphaba came from probably the Western Europe tour. Mm-hmm. One of the two, and came over here. to do it.
Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
because her touring dates were only like a week.
Wow.
She's only going to be here for like a week.
And then she goes back to the West End?
Probably.
So GAPD might see our Glinda,
our Alphaba,
our Alphaba in the performance that she goes to in the West End.
Yeah, it's a good chance.
That's sick.
Because I'm like, I saw her dates, and I'm like, oh, there's only like 5.
Yeah, that's awesome. She was amazing.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And then at the end of the play, when they did the thing about the fundraising,
Yeah.
it was so crazy to hear her real voice.
Yeah.
It
And
was so crazy.
she said, like, I know it's jarring. I know it's jarring.
But she is British.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so sick.
Proof that I am amazed at. Don't get me wrong, picking up other languages are amazing,
Yeah.
but I always get surprised when people pick up American English dialect or French.
When they drop their accents.
Yes.
It's not just being able to speak a different language,
Yes.
but the ability to drop your accent amazes me.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, I'm trying to develop that skill to do voices for D&D, and it's a hard skill to develop.
Yeah.
Especially when you can only do it so much time, and you don't want to do voices time every time you're taking a shower.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way I could make that work.
For sure.
Yeah, and I'm like, she got it. She, like, you got it.
Such a great show. Just such a great show. And there's some things that's like, all right, batten down the hatches, go to the bathroom 7 or 8 times.
Yeah.
This is going to be long.
Yeah.
That play did not feel like it was 5 hours long.
Yeah, it's like,
It did not. It was so just drawn into it. And for those of you that have seen the movie but not the play, it's enough different that
Yeah.
you need to see the play. The
Yes.
play is radically better than the movie.
yes. No offense to Simply a Rainbow and
Ariana Grande.
Ariana, but the play's better.
What is Alphaba's name? Real name?
Simply a Rainbow is in the movie.
Yeah. Somebody is staging a production of Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah.
And she's going to be Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It is so freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. But back to Wicked.
Yeah, this show I would recommend to any theater nerd, because there's probably going to be something you really like about it. Either that be the lighting design, props.
The story.
Yeah.
All right, I'm about to say something that I haven't said since I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
I want to watch The Wizard of Oz now.
Yeah.
Because it has been a long time since I have wanted to watch The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
But now that I've seen this story, and it's not just a prequel.
Yeah.
It wraps around The Wizard of Oz, too.
Yeah, like the last third of Act 2
Yeah.
wraps around the Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
I would say like last 2 to half
Yeah.
wrapped around
The Wizard of Oz.
yeah.
Yes. And it is amazing.
And I can't say that more blatantly enough. Like, every part of the show, the staging is amazing. Everyone who's doing it is amazing.
Yes.
By every meaning of the word. And they let even know that they can tell when the audience ain't getting into it for a second.
Uh-huh.
And they'll drive energy up.
Oh, it's hard
Yeah.
to not have... the play's amazing.
Yeah.
I can't even get into how phenomenal that play was.
I'm pretty sure there's a couple times that we had a good 15 minutes 15-second stop in between the next number, like for audience cheering.
Yeah, for the cheering.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so cool. So cool.
Yes.
All right, are you ready to drop the second part?
Yes.
I wasn't sure how we were going to keep talking about the show without giving up too many spoilers for a few listeners that haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
But we got it. Hoot.
Yes.
Talk about it.
So we went and did the backstage tour.
We got to do the backstage tour. It was so freaking phenomenal.
Yes. And it's amazing to see how much this show can let slot in the theaters. And
Yeah.
all they have to worry about is how much state that they have behind.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like, how much do they have for Costume Village?
Yeah.
Sorry, give me a second.
We're live, pal.
Yeah, and my throat is dry.
Yeah, from all the cheering and yelling.
Yep.
And we got to just walk around the backstage. We got to see the Wizard of Oz robotic face
Yes.
up close. What else did we get to see?
We got to see the house.
We got to go out on the stage.
Yet
Oh, it
we
was so
saw
much fun.
Dr. Dillman's platform board, if you know, you know.
The good side of it.
Yet we saw the good side of it.
Yeah.
We saw the chair that the wizard is in at near the end of the show with the broken Oz head, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Like we saw Nessa's chairs. We saw two of her
We saw
chairs.
Nessa's chairs.
Yeah.
That's her name, Nessa?
Yes.
Yeah. That was cool. We got to see the pre-chair and the post-chair.
Yes.
We got to see both of those. We
Which,
got to walk around with two of the actors. Do you remember who they played?
Madame Marble, and the other one was Ensemble.
Yes.
We love Ensemble. They
Ensemble.
carry a lot.
Ensembles carry a lot.
Yes.
We got to see some of the visual effects,
Yes.
which was pretty awesome.
Cause they have a good. It seemed like they had like 40 lights up, at least.
Yeah.
It seemed like, and I was kind of like, how do the slide-in board work? And then I'm like, oh, they're all on their own separate track.
Yeah. Wasn't that
So,
something?
yeah.
And with you kind of having some off and on thoughts about maybe one day being a stage director,
Yes.
that was a pretty cool opportunity for you to see that firsthand.
Yes. And it was Feeder Take the Village to put up a show.
Yes.
And they had around 140 crew members, including cast.
Yeah.
And some of those, including musicians, were local.
Yeah.
For this.
That was cool. They have tour musicians, but they also hire local musicians for it.
Yes.
Where I was sitting, I could
Yeah.
see the pit. I watched a dude put down his guitar and pick up a banjo. I was just
Yeah.
like, my man's about to play banjo. And then I was paying attention to hear the banjo. And I heard the banjo.
Yes.
And I saw him playing the banjo.
A good spot for any show, in my opinion, even though some people might call it the bleachers, is the mezzanine.
Well, I was almost mad that we were in the balcony tonight.
Yeah.
Because when we were trying to get down to buy the backstage tickets,
Yeah.
I was just thinking, there's no freaking way we're going to get through this massive. There was 1 minute that we were literally just standing, and it made no sense to me why we were standing still.
Yes.
Well, we got down there, we got the tickets. I was like, who gets to see?
Yes. And, like, there's only, like, one piece that you don't see in the whole show from the mezzanine. And that is the graduation curtain.
Yeah, we don't get to see for the engagement, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we
That's
don't get to see that.
only piece. So if you don't mind not seeing that one piece. Sit in the mezzanine. If you're short, sit in the mezzanine.
We've always sat up in a higher level, and there's only been one time that I've been upset. It's because there was a railing in my way.
Yeah.
But I have never been upset in that higher level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry about going overhead because it's raked.
That's right. It's tiered. It's a tiered, yes.
Yes. And our seat for it too. Those ones were awesome.
Our seats were very comfortable. I must say, quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's talk about, we got to see costumes.
Yes.
We got to see Glinda's dress.
Yes. And we learned that our bubble was the original Broadway bubble.
That Kristen Chenoweth wrote in.
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. And a little known fact: anybody that's ever played Galinda, it signs the back of it at the end of their run.
Yes.
So that bubble was signed by Kristen Chenoweth.
Yes.
And it was awesome.
And I'm gonna say a fun fact about the Broadway production. When a Glinda leaves, they leave a note to the next Glinda up in the higher part that's rooting them on when they come down in the opening.
That's cool. That's quite cool.
So yes. And I love, no offense to kind of keeping it organic in the movie.
Yeah.
I love seeing Wicked whip all the gadget and gizmos and gears.
Yes.
Because
the
it's
steampunk.
It's also kind of like going, society is like built at the same time. And it's built off a belief that will break down and rebuild. Which is kind of, for me, like one of the countless themes that it has to Wicked, and it shows it so visually, and if you see the symbolism, you see it.
Seeing the entire show, I saw the political statements that was made through the movie, but seeing the entire show, and that play is more poignant now than it was 20 years ago.
Yes, and it's gonna keep on. That show is going to keep on running no matter what.
Yeah, they said that show is actually booked through 2035.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there'll probably be a different cast in that same touring production by that point.
In 10 years, the cast will change.
Yeah.
Multiple times, I'm sure.
We should talk about that one thing that they said.
Let's do it.
Is that when you come into a show, when you come into an ongoing show, you do a thing called a put-in. That is when the person coming in is the only one in costume. And everybody else is relaxed wearing their street clothes.
Yeah.
Putting them into the track for them to do the show in full in front of the audience.
That's
easily.
awesome. Yeah.
And it's fun seeing
pretty awesome.
It all.
It was it was so much fun. And for us to be able to get backstage was amazing.
And it's to a theater that we have seen countless other shows in. Too.
Yeah, we got to walk around the backstage of it. That was awesome. I was kind of looking at the floor because I have seen Hamilton there.
Yeah.
And Hamilton is kind of known for its rotating floor.
Yeah.
And I think that Hamilton installs its own floor when it comes in.
Yeah.
Because I could not see the tracking for the rotating floor.
It makes sense for them to have to do that, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have to budget that in for touring productions.
Yeah.
And that's probably what they preset. unlike Wicked when they preset the dragon, they probably have an advanced floor team
Yeah.
for that. Because Hamilton is complicated.
Hamilton is complicated. Well, the Wicked is complicated.
Yes. But in two very different ways.
Yeah. All right, there was one scene I wasn't quite ready for in the second half.
Yes.
I've got to tell you, I have never seen the second half of the play.
Yes.
I haven't heard the music of the second half of the play. It was awesome. That
Yes.
what spoilers? There was very much a touch me moment when she and that other character, and she says, "I want to be wicked.
No, I finally feel wicked.
I finally feel wicked," and jumped into dude's arms.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love how that, like, yes, let's do it. I love how that moment is like, yes, let's do it. Screw Glinda.
Did I say hell yeah out loud, or was it just in my head?
Out loud.
Yeah. And one thing I gotta say, there's a lot of people that complain that they go to the movies, they go to the play, and it's been around so long, people sing along with it.
Yeah.
Everybody was so respectful. It was awesome. I did not hear anyone singing.
Cause Wicked, everyone knows it, and everyone that wants to see the piece.
Yeah.
And it's like, Wicked is so much a cultural thing at this point across
It
the
really
world
is.
that
really
everyone is more than willing to be in silence and root when needed.
Yeah. Now I want to go to a sing-along.
Oh yeah,
I want to go
I
to a
wanted to
sing-along.
go when they had when the movie had one so badly near like the ending months of the year, and we like
Why
couldn't
didn't
figure.
we go? Ricky would have went.
I couldn't find the date for it,
That's
and I
fair.
didn't have enough energy to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really hoping they're going to do that again for the second half, though.
I hope so as well.
Or they're gonna put it on their Blu-ray. They better.
You know what I'm waiting for
Yeah.
is, and I'm actually not going to buy the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the combo pack.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah, this show, it kind of, I feel like putting it in two parts, it's kind of a detriment to the story. You need,
It's all about money, Hoot.
yeah,
It's all about money.
and doing so it wrecks the story, being all about money.
Yeah.
Because it kind of, it breaks it up, and you don't get all the symbolism in one go.
Yeah.
With the show asks for you to have it all done in one row.
Yeah.
For you to see it, because it's also like such a visual to society. It has to. And as we were doing the backstage path, they talked about this is supposed to be a symbolism for World War II.
It is.
And it's supposed to be a warning message.
Yeah, that we haven't paid attention to.
Yeah.
Because here we are again.
Yeah. And and I feel like,
So
well,
spoilers, we're Germany. Sorry.
well, this is going to be single H, so
No, we're good. We'll
Yeah.
keep going. I'll be good.
yeah, but they are going, here's the warning message, and I love how much I'm like, oh, now I can see closure on the board. Okay, I learned about this, okay, that event correlates to this one, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that kind of like, oh, this story is hitting in this state, in this spot that we all need it right now.
God, it was amazing. And it was, you're not kidding. That was the exact story I needed tonight.
Because as someone who'd been struggling with keeping hope It's nice to have these stories full of hope, not hiding anything about it, but wearing something to make it more comforting for a second. Going, hey, this is going to be a long road. And that's okay. But we're going to go through it. And it's going to break down eventually.
Yeah, here's hoping. But for sure.
That's what it felt like.
It was really good to see the show tonight.
That was the energy of the room for a second for me.
For sure.
While I was into it.
I heard people crying around me.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
I'm like, I am feeling it all right now. But I'm also wearing a soft thing that is keeping me very happy.
Yeah. All right, let's shut it down by talking about the merch.
So we got a bag, and I got a hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
That is really soft. If you go, I highly recommend. If you like really soft things sensory-wise, because I visited with the inside of the coat a couple times. And it's like outside-y. It's really good. And it's like comfortable. And it had the Wicked Show symbol. So I really like it. And it had gears in the hood.
Oh, that, I didn't notice that. Yeah.
Yeah, in between the Wickeds, it's in there. I'll show you when we get in.
Okay.
And then we got a flying monkey.
And we got a flying monkey.
That is named Gerald.
Gerald.
Off of the writer.
Yeah.
Of the original book.
Fair enough.
Of Wicked. If I'm saying that correctly. Who knows at this point? It is far too early in the...
It's far too... Wait. It's far too late at night for one more minute. It's still too far late at night.
Yeah.
But we'll go ahead and pull this podcast into the next... Oh, it's far too early in the morning.
For
it's
this.
Midnight, kids.
Yeah. Good morning, y'all. You will get this too early in the morning as well if we're still on our same timing schedule for podcasting.
Yeah, this one will be delayed. We're going to have a very busy Sunday.
Yeah.
So I won't be able to produce this. This probably will not come out until Monday morning.
Yes. Hopefully
So technically tomorrow.
Hopefully at Please 16.
That would be awesome. All right.
On Tuesday.
All right. That's... we are at the end of our ropes right now, kids. That was the Sing Late Show. Half hour, power hour.
Your name is...
Galinda Althaba. Your name is...
The Sing Late. Have a good day, fellow audience.